Right, let's have a look. Okay, so we don't have long. We have like 25 minutes to do one walk. Then I got to go and get the kids from school. And then I'll do another walk. I'm a bit snivelly. I don't know why I'm snivelly today. So we're on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto, so I'm always going to discuss what I eat. So we are an Elvis Presley channel that also discusses our diet, our health. I'm on keto, so I eat a mixture. Hi Angie, just a very quick walk before I get Yasmin from school. I've got 25 minutes, so I got to walk fast. We're going to do 1.5 miles, but I'm hoping to do at least one more walk. So I had chicken, beef and onion. Chicken, beef and onion. Hi Emily. It's all a bit of a rush because I've got to get Yasmin from school. Got the dogs. They're happy. It's slightly windy, so I'm going to probably have a messy hair day. As you do, yeah? Let's play a competition. How bad can we make Louis's hair look? You'll be surprised. So all I've had today so far, I ate a bit too much, was chicken and beef. I had quite a lot. I probably ate too much because my stomach was a bit bulgy. Come on then, you having a poo? All right, she's having a poo, 1 second. Let's put you in the bush. There you are, I'll leave you in the bush. There you are, you're in the bush, guys. Wait a minute. Whoa. Let's get the poos. Okay, we're getting the poos. Right, is that one in the road? Right, okay guys. Stay there. Right, okay guys, left you in the bush. It's like being in the jungle, isn't it? Did you feel like a dinosaur then? With the creepy crawlies trying to get you. Anyway, so mums are having a mother's meeting. So Elvis Presley Fan on keto. So guys, you know that I'm on keto, but I'm 90% meat because I have a lot of meat, some eggs, actually eggs most days, and then I will have a tangerine. Like yesterday I had 2 tangerines. I did have some onion with my steak. Anyway, so interesting day today with the lives. I woke up, no actually that's not true. I went to bed last night determined to have a Riley Q and Lisa Marie day today on the live streams, and then I was messaged quite a lot of information from a source of ours. It's a complicated one because the message I got was concerning quite important matters, quite serious matters concerning Priscilla, Bridget Cruz, that involved people like Jack Sodden, Joel Whiteshanker, concerning auctioning items, concerning Colonel Tom Parker's collection that he had pre-1990. Sorry guys. Right, come on then. I'm supposed to pick up Yasmin. You need to, can't keep stopping me guys. Right, okay. Sorry guys. You finished? Good girl, get it all out. That's it, better out than in and all that. Right, okay. Now remember, we're running late because I've got to be back by 3. Ooh, no. I might have to run a little bit but the dogs aren't in the mood for running, so it's not straightforward. Do you know what? I might change the run. Not the run. I might change the walk because I don't think I've got enough time to do a full walk. And the people in front of me are walking really slowly So I'm going to change the direction of the walk. They're just going to mess up my walk. But so this is my point, guys. So of course you guys know that I get loads of stuff sent to me constantly. Yesterday I particularly had a busy day of the amount of things being sent to me, more than normal. It can actually quite be it flusters me sometimes, because I'm like, wow, I've got all these bits of information and I have to decide what I'm going to use. So Sean really impressed me. Sean from Sundowners sent me all the stuff from Memphis. I've only managed to do really one video of it. We did a live stream. Hi Chicky Blue. We did a live stream showing all of Sean's great footage in Memphis. It's amazing, literally amazing. I was blown away by it. Obviously for you people around the world that have never been to Memphis, including me, that kind of footage, just phenomenal. It's, what's the word? No amount of money, can't even explain what I mean. The amount, I'm not gonna, there's a dog coming, I'm gonna go back the other way. We have to avoid all dogs. It's just amazing. Sean, I'm so thankful he sent that, but I still want to piece it together and make some videos of the footage that Sean sent me in Memphis. Problem is, it needs editing, it needs some narration, you know, a bit of me talking, introducing Sean's footage. So I'm gonna make something from Sean's videos that he sent me, you know, of Sun Records, Memphis Records, if you want to call it that. He sure does. The first place Elvis performed, he actually took us onto the stage, which is just amazing, yeah. So I'm going to try and piece something together with it and post some of it on each channel, on Defending Elvis and on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto here, and on Elvis Presley Long Lost Footage. It's just too good. Hi Frederick, we're just having a chat, mate, before I pick up the kids from school. I've only got about 15 minutes left, so. But Frederick, did you watch the live streams today? I think you'll find them very interesting. A very serious live streams concerning Bridget Cruz, the auctioneer from GWS Auctions, concerning Priscilla's involvement, the Colonel Tom Parker and this massive collection that he sold to Elvis Presley Enterprises in 1990. So we assume, because it was 1990, that Priscilla Presley was heavily involved in the negotiations to buy Colonel Tom Parker's entire collection. I wonder if that ties in with, yeah, you're partway through. It's quite complicated for me, quite complex. I think you'll enjoy it. Part 1 and 2, I think they're both very interesting. You know me, I'm a bit out of my depth with documents, reading out documents. It takes me a while to absorb it and understand it. Sometimes I've got to read things 4 or 5 times before I understand what's gone on. But the penny did drop. I was reading all about it last night. Things were being sent to me, and eventually I sort of understood what happened. That Bridget Cruz is trying to make money. That's the bottom line. First of all, she's trying to win praise from EPE and Jack Sodden. That doesn't seem to work out. So a bit of time passes, and these auction items, you have Greg, I forgot his name now, Greg something. Was it Thompson? I'm getting confused now with the name, but Greg anyway, yeah? The guy who had possession of some of Colonel Tom Parker's Elvis items that really he shouldn't have had, but I think he is saying that he was given them before the 1990 contract was done, the deal was done with EPE, buying all of Colonel Tom Parker's items for 1.25 million in 1990. I think Greg, who's now passed, his son, Thomas, the lawsuit between EPE and Bridget Cruz is aimed at Thomas now. They basically want their stuff back. They're basically saying you're selling things up in the Bridget Cruz auction, GWS auctions, which you can find on Google, by the way. They want their stuff back. Now Thomas, Greg's son, is saying, well, no, because the stuff was given to my father before 1990, which is possible. You can't rule it out. So my dilemma is Bridget Cruz has been heavily involved here. My worry with Bridget, and I've said it in part 1 and 2 of the live streams, is that has she done things that we the fans would not be happy with concerning many things, not just with the auction company, also acting as power of attorney for Priscilla. Did things go on that the Elvis fans, the Lisa Marie fans would not be happy with? So the whole point of number 1 and number 2 lawsuits, videos that we did, not just lawsuit, auction, lawsuit, there's a mixed bag of topics in part 1 and part 2 that we did this morning. The whole point really is, I'm trying to do it in a respectful way. Has Bridget Cruz crossed the line, overstepped the mark, and caused problems for Elvis's legacy, for Lisa Marie, and ultimately for Riley, Finley and Harper, with her actions helping Priscilla, trying to make money from auctioning items that could have been stolen, allegedly are stolen. So it was quite an interesting live stream, guys. It took me a while to sort of suss it all out. Well, do you know what, Deborah, you're saying that Bridget is as bad as Priscilla, but do you know what? Whew, I think Priscilla's done a lot worse. I do agree that some of the things Bridget has done are very business-like. They're very entrepreneur, trying to make money, trying to be smart to make money. Now, I'm not against people being in business. I'm not against people wanting to make money, but at what cost? This is the question here. We have to have a certain moral conduct on how we do business. So what we're doing as fans, we're just trying to see if things have been done properly and correctly on behalf of Elvis and Lisa. Isn't that really what we're trying to get at? So as far as we know, the deal in 1990, and we did read the letters of the deal that was written by Jack Sodden, did buy absolutely everything from Colonel Tom Parker that he owned, everything. Even they're allowed to use his name, image and likeness to promote these items they bought from Colonel Tom Parker. Does that make sense? So, so the bottom line is, I just think, come on, we the fans, what are we really trying to do? We're like a Hoover. We're sort of trying to hoover the leaves out of the way and check that Elvis is good at, Elvis's, how can I say it? That Elvis's legacy is being treated correctly, Elvis and Lisa, and the belongings of Elvis are not being abused. What I'm trying to understand, back in 1990, EP 100% owned. Sorry, say that I missed that. Sorry, that went too quick. Say that again. So we've got 5 minutes. I'm going to put the dogs inside. Sorry guys, my surround's in. Phew. Sorry guys. Well, just gonna walk them again after, because I will be late for Yasmin. Don't want to be late for her. But let me just check what time. I am still live. Okay, let me just see what time it is. Right, we're in the house with my messy hair. Just gonna get some water. I'm thirsty. I just want to check the time. So I've got to get my daughter from school at 3. So we've got 10 minutes really. Should we go in the garden? So, anyway, I've missed all your questions for the last minute. So, all right, we're in the garden. So the bottom line is, we're just fans. We're not running a business. We're not here for money. We're just fans that defend Elvis and Lisa Marie and the bloodline. We do it every day. And our thing is, we're sort of checking to make sure that people aren't taking the mick. That's how you say it in England. Taking the mick. Taking the piss out of Elvis's legacy, his belongings, Lisa's belongings. But obviously, it all goes down to Riley, Finley and Harper as well, doesn't it? And that was, I think, when I was messaged last night with this information concerning Bridget Cruz auctions, concerning Colonel Tom Parker, concerning Priscilla. It was so much information that I was like, oh, here we go. I've got to really take my time to absorb this. And eventually, I woke up this morning. I listened to quite a few things that I had to learn about. I read quite a lot of documents, and after probably took me an hour, and I started thinking, right, I know how we're going to put this. So I am pleased with how we did put the lives together, part 1 and part 2. I think you'll get a very good understanding of what we were trying to achieve. Now, we're probably going to get a reaction from Bridget Cruz. Hopefully a good one, but we'll see. Now, we did mention another YouTube channel, so we'll see what they have to say. But obviously, I don't watch these other channels. I refuse to watch them. There's 3 channels I refuse to watch. You know who they are. So any reaction they have will be given to me secondhand. People tend to message me and tell me what's gone on. So, because I will never watch those channels again, ever. I've made a promise, so it's not going to be broken. Okay, guys. So my thing to you guys is go and watch part 1. Go and watch part 2. The archives at Graceland are owned now by Riley. Well, Dan, it's not as simple as that, because I wish it was that simple. It's more complicated, isn't it? Because it's one thing to be the owner, it's another thing who is in charge of them. Does that make sense? So EPE, they lease Gracelands, but Riley's the owner, but EPE control Gracelands, the Living Museum. Well, the Living Museum is made up of memorabilia, artifacts, Elvis's belongings. So it isn't. I'd like a much clearer description of exactly what Elvis Presley Enterprises, how much control they have, how much ownership they have. Yeah, there we are, Frederick. It's not straightforward, is it? It's not, because Elvis Presley Enterprises purchased Colonel Tom Parker's collection for 1.25 million, but they did it before it was sold off, 1990. So really, Priscilla, with her executors, I've seen the interview, Dan, I've seen it. What I'm trying to say is that it isn't as simple as who owns it, it's also who controls it. I'm sure that if we looked it up, there's documents that will explain all this, explain what kind of control EPE have, because EPE, from what I've read, they run that museum. They maintain the grounds, they maintain the museum. Yeah, I see that, Frederick. Yeah, what Frederick's just said, the 15% that Riley has. But I think we need to read the wording of the purchase of EPE, the selling of EPE. who controlled, because don't forget, it's 85%. So you're past the 51% thing, aren't you? So there'll be wording within the agreements. Yeah, but yeah, that's it, Dan. But it'll be worded in a certain way, won't it? You know, the leasing back of Graceland. Graceland's being leased to EPE. There was a reason for that. You know, I think it had something to do with selling the tickets for the museum tours. So it's probably a very complex agreement, probably hundreds of pages. You know, I would hate reading it. So if someone's got the highlights, so I only have to read 2 pages, please send me them. We learn together, don't we, guys? We learn together. Right, I'm gonna go. Take care. I'm out of here. I'll be back for another live stream. See you later, alligator.